AB Peace and Terror is the computational aesthetics of love and hate. It is a geopolitical survey of the 192 member states of the United Nations with regard to the quantitative degree to which each contributes to peace and terror in the world. The project is a dual-sided poster where the A side displays measures of peace while the B side measures of terror. For each of the AB measures, the graph is divided into 3 rings, 3 separate indices for peace and 3 separate indices for terror. Individual quantitative measures obtained from researchers working in the field of geopolitics. The quantitative variation for the peace and terror measures is represented as variation in line thickness. Thin line is a low value and thick line is a high value. The functional nature of the poster becomes poignantly relevant when one makes detailed comparisons across nations for various measures. Many of the results are quite surprising and stand in contrast to prevailing norms of collective national perception. We Feel Fine is actually one of the more interesting visualization tools I've come across. It provides visualizations on the general feelings populating the blogosphere on any given day. Really fascinating stuff. You can filter results based on age, location, gender, weather, and other criteria. There are 6 different delightfully alternative, visualizations available: madness, murmurs, montage, mobs, metrics, and mounds, each of which paint a different portrait of the general feelings abounding the internet. This is a free app and is available for those who care about social marketing. For example, this visualization can show us what loneliness and happiness looks like on the internet through the montage feature, or give us an idea of how the weather in a given region can affect moods and the way people react to the information using metrics. If you've ever wanted to know how 25-year-old males in the northeastern United States feel when it's cloudy, this is where you would get your answer. The Thinking Machine. The Thinking Machine 4 explores the invisible, elusive nature of thought. It allows you to play chess against a transparent intelligence, its evolving thought process visible on the board before you. The artwork is an artificial intelligence program written in Java 1.1, ready to play chess with its viewer. The goal of the piece is not to make an expert chess-playing program, but to lay bare the complex thinking that underlies all strategic thought. The computer's thought process is sketched on screen as it plays, basically in the form of a map created from the traces of literally thousands of possible futures as the program tries to decide its next best move. Those traces become a key to the invisible lines of force in the game, as well as a window into the spirit of a thinking machine. I'm willing to bet this program will really sharpen a lot of people's strategies. Either that or playing chess against a human being will feel even more challenging than ever before. Netherlands from Above, lightning strikes versus lottery wins. This data-based animation shows the distribution of lucky lottery wins versus unlucky lightning strikes in Holland in a single year, 2012. The animation starts in January and progresses to December. Lightning strikes are in blue, lottery wins in gold. The lottery results, big ring means big win, are regular pulses, whereas the lightning is more random. Data visualizations are like narratives. They suggest interpretations, but don't require them. A good data visualization, in fact, lets you see things the interpreter might have missed. This should make data visualization especially appealing to historians. Much of the historian's art is turning information into a compelling narrative. Visualization is useful for us because it suggests new ways of making interesting the stories we've been telling all along. In particular, data visualization lets us make historical structures immediately accessible in the way that narratives have let us do so for stories about individual agents. In 1612, during the summer months, Galileo made a series of sunspot observations which were published in the History and Demonstrations Concerning Sunspots and Their Properties. He published this in 1613. Because these observations were made at approximately the same time of day, the motion of the spots across the sun can easily be seen. To illustrate this, 36 of Galileo's sunspot drawings have been placed in sequence as a flipbook type animation, which can be played at 2 different speeds. The faster animation better demonstrates 2 movements of the sunspots. The slower animation affords the opportunity for a more careful study of Galileo's drawings. The images were taken with permission from Professor Owen Gingrich's copy of the first edition of the Historia de Demonstrazione.